Hi everyone, and welcome again to this Python course. Here to create an environment inside Anaconda Navigator, just go here and hit create. Here you can name a Python environment as you want. I'm just going to name my Python environment as test for now. And here from the dropdown, I'm going to hit Python 3.9.15. You can use other versions of Python. I just don't recommend that you use Python 2 versions, because those versions have a slightly different syntax for some of the code that we will use throughout the course. So I'm going to use create this test environment, and this will create me a new environment with all the base libraries that I will need for the course. We'll also learn how to install and deal with external libraries a couple of sections down the course. Here we are just going to need, basically in the first, I think, 10 or 11 sections of this course, we are just going to need Python base to work with, okay? So there are several ways for us to launch the notebooks that we are going to need throughout the course when we are using our own environment, okay? I'm going to show them next as well. Here, let's just wait that Python ends up creating this test environment that we are using and where we can install several libraries as well. So describing an environment is just this self-contained Python environment that will have libraries and packages related to something. For example, I've went through a Stanford course on machine learning, and I have here this environment where I've installed all the libraries that I needed for that course. But that wouldn't interfere in any way with my Python-based environment, because sometimes you want to use some versions of some libraries in one place and versions of libraries in the other place or in other cases, and you don't want them to conflict in any way when you are trying to run the same Python code. So in that way, you want to separate between environments. That's what environments are for, okay? And when we speak about environments. So when this finishes, you see that we have here a play button. This means that this environment is where we will be working right now when we launch notebooks in Python. So what we are going to do here in this test is going to the home, and then what I'm going to search is Jupyter Notebook, and I'm going to hit install on the Jupyter Notebook. When you hit install on Jupyter Notebook, that will install on the test environment that I've just created. And this will enable us to launch Jupyter Notebooks, the IDE, a web-based interactive environment that we will use to code in Python in this course. I'm going to hit install, and this will install the Jupyter Notebook inside my environment. So after the Jupyter Notebook install process finishes, this should take around 5 minutes. You can use launch here, and this will launch a notebook server in your computer, and where we will be able to run some Python code. And seeing how we can use notebook environments is what we are going to do in the next lecture. I'll see you there.